Welcome back to True Horror with Jackson, the channel where every corner hides a story that will send chills down your spine. I'm Jackson, your guide into the shadows of history's most disturbing mysteries. And today, we're stepping inside one of America's most notoriously haunted homes, the S.K. Pierce Mansion. A house of grandeur, beauty, and deeply unsettling secrets. If you were to pass it on the street today, you'd be struck by its magnificent Victorian architecture, a marvel that looks painted straight from the pages of a historical novel. But what goes unnoticed amidst the ornate towers and intricate woodwork are the whispers of horror embedded in its very foundations. Located in Gardner, Massachusetts, the mansion was built in 1875 by Sylvester K. Pierce, a wealthy furniture magnate. At first glance, this seemed like the quintessential dream home, a symbol of opulence and the American dream. Complete with 20 wheels, added to 23 rooms and a ballroom fit for royalty, the mansion was the envy of the town. It even hosted guests like Norman Rockwell and President Calvin Coolidge. But somewhere along the way, the mansion's silk curtains started to drape over tragedy and something far darker. Let's rewind. Sylvester K. Pierce and his wife Susan moved into the mansion, ready to live a life of luxury. But soon after settling, the unthinkable happened. Susan tragically passed away under mysterious circumstances. Some say it was from an illness, but others whisper that the house began taking its toll on her. Whatever the case, her death marked the beginning of a long parade of sorrow in the Pierce mansion. Sylvester himself lived on, remarrying and continuing his business ventures. Yet eerily, this second chapter of life didn't fare much better. Several members of the Pierce family who resided in the house began falling victim to accidents, illnesses, and untimely deaths. And it wasn't long before the locals began to wonder if the mansion wasn't the jewel Sylvester hoped, but a cursed burden. After Sylvester's death, the mansion passed through multiple owners, although none ever seemed to last for long. Each occupant would report something unsettling, shadowy figures darting through hallways, the sound of inexplicable laughter in the dead of night, and sudden suffocating chills in specific rooms. Many of the guests, and even some skeptical new residents, left the mansion faster than they arrived. One of the most infamous paranormal claims comes from the basement. This spot is widely considered the epicenter of the mansion's haunting. It is said that the spirit of a malevolent entity lingers there, a dark force that feels less ghostly and much more inhuman. Many visitors have reported feeling paralyzed just stepping foot in the space, consumed by an overwhelming feeling of dread. Some have sworn they were touched by invisible hands. Others claim to hear whispers urging them to leave immediately or else. But it's not just the basement. The second floor holds a particularly tragic tale. The Red Room is infamous for being the location of multiple alleged deaths, including suicides and unexplained passings. One spine-tingling story involves a woman caught wandering the halls late at night. When asked what she was doing, she simply replied, "Looking for him." When investigators pressed further, she seemed to snap out of her daze, completely unaware of what she had just said. Could she have been under the influence of one of the mansion's many restless spirits? Far from being dormant, this house isn't shy when it comes to letting its presence be known. Paranormal investigators have flocked to it for decades, every crew coming away with tales of unexplained activity. Visitors describe being followed by cold pockets of air that almost seem alive. Video cameras malfunction inexplicably, shaking or turning off abruptly at the height of activity. And the mansion has proven particularly adept at knowing how to unsettle its guests. Doors slam shut with force. Sometimes they refuse to open, locking people in, as though forcing them to experience its wrath. A celebrated paranormal event occurred during one investigation involving the sudden appearance of childlike laughter. The mansion is rumored to have hosted the ghost of a young boy named Edward, whose tragic story dates back to the late 1800s. Edward's spirit is said to be playful at times, opening drawers, moving objects, or causing lights to flicker. But many claim his innocence is overshadowed by the darker spirits who take residence here. One modern visitor even claimed to hear Edward giggling, before the sound transitioned into deeper guttural growls. As if that weren't enough, the haunting isn't limited to ghost sightings. Several mediums who've come here describe feeling energy imprints from traumatic events that linger like dust on forgotten furniture. They claim these energies are so thick that the air itself feels almost solid, like stepping into a fog of anger, despair, and rage. What kinds of events left behind that level of emotional residue? Did lives once taken here stain the very wood and wallpaper? Perhaps most unsettling of all is that the house itself seems to choose who it reveals its secrets to. Many skeptics who visited claim to experience nothing, even mocking the mansion's terrifying reputation. But those who mock don't always leave unscathed. There's an urban legend surrounding one ghost hunter who laughed openly at the idea of hauntings, claiming the mansion couldn't spook even a child. Days later, his car veered off the road in an accident many describe as unexplained. By now, the mansion has earned its reputation as one of the most haunted locations in New England. Its history of unnatural deaths, strange occurrences, and psychological torment has attracted horror enthusiasts from all over the world. Some come seeking thrills, others come hoping to unlock the truth behind its eerie reputation. But one thing is certain, the S.K. Pierce Mansion wears its darkness like a crown. Today, the mansion continues to stand proudly at 44 West Broadway, looked upon with awe and fear by locals. Its current owners are no strangers to its history, leaning fully into its haunted legacy. They've opened the doors to paranormal investigators and daring visitors who are ready to stay overnight, if of course they dare. For the brave souls willing to book a night here, the house guarantees one thing: it will leave you changed. So what do you think causes the lingering fear within the S.K. Pierce Mansion? Is it the tragic history of the Pierce family, the energy imprints of suffering, or perhaps something darker, something inhuman that attached itself to this house long ago? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've ever dared to explore this masterpiece of horror yourself, thank you for joining me today on True Horror with Jackson. Make sure you subscribe for more spine-tingling stories and hit the bell icon so you never miss a lurking shadow. Until next time, stay safe. And remember, sometimes the scariest places don't look scary at all.